Simplify the process of filling, signing, and reviewing a document online with Advanced Forms Management in ServiceNow. This will enable customers to create both HTML and PDF document templates across the platform to generate standard letters or documents for HR and other employee processes. With Advanced Forms Management, you can enable multiple participants to work collaboratively on a single document while collecting repetitive information and populating it wherever necessary to reduce redundant data entry. Gain real-time insights with document previews, notify participants regarding document tasks, and ensure confidentiality and security by providing document access only to mapped participants. Advanced Forms Management will be part of the HR Service Delivery Paris release. To leverage Advanced Forms, administrators will need to install the Enterprise Lifecycle Events plugin. ServiceNow provides 3 out-of-the-box templates across both HTML and fillable PDF formats as a starting point. This video will provide an overview of how to configure Advanced Forms, and afterwards we'll take a look at the end user experience. As a HR administrator, I can come to my navigator bar, typing in document templates to be able to find the place in which I can configure any new or existing document templates. Let's jump into an existing HTML template where we can also add in any selected variables to pre-populate specific employee data into a HTML template. Outside of HTML templates, I also have the ability to configure or edit PDF document templates. So let's go ahead and start one from scratch. This background authorization form can be utilized within an existing employee lifecycle event. Let's first go ahead and upload an existing PDF document. As I upload this, I have the ability to go ahead and pass the PDF, which will automatically start mapping the relevant fields. Once I've done this, and you can see there that there have been 51 mappings already identified, I can also go ahead and add in who I want to participate and work on this particular document. Let's start with an employee who is required to fill in some existing data. We want them to be the first one to fill and add in those data points. And by identifying the specific user, I can ensure it reaches the relevant individual. I also want to add in a manager participant. It's key that this manager is able to review the document and ensure that the right information has been captured. You have the ability to add in as many participants as required based on the type of lifecycle event or case that this template is associated with. Lastly, we want to add in an onboarding coordinator who is also required to collaborate on this document. Again, identifying the order in which they may receive this before submitting this particular entry. Now that I've got my relevant participants identified, I can go ahead and review the mapped fields. Here I can identify if certain fields should be pre-populated based on existing data we perhaps already know about that individual. For example, if we know their date of birth and it's already captured on their HR profile, we might want to go ahead and map that field to avoid any duplicate entry on the employee's side. Any other fields that require entry or input from a participant can be identified before we go ahead and mark any areas which require a signature and acknowledgement from the participants. Again, we can add in as many as required. And here I'm adding in a signature field before identifying who should actually provide their signature. We want one employee to provide their acknowledgement, but we're also going to ask that the manager provides their acknowledgement as well. Once I've identified those signature fields and I'm happy with my document, I can go ahead and close. Lastly, I can go ahead and preview this document, ensuring everything has been configured correctly before publishing it further. Once document template is defined, leverage the automation provided from Advanced Forms Management by associating it to the HR service and defining specific case options, such as to automatically trigger the task as desired. These document templates can also be incorporated into complex cross-departmental lifecycle events, such as onboarding. This video was a brief overview of how to configure Advanced Forms. I'll now demonstrate a scenario of how a new hire, a HR admin, and the new hires manager can quickly complete a background check authorization form in just a few minutes using Advanced Forms capability. Let's jump into the demo. Let's take a look now from Mara's perspective. She's a new hire who's required to complete an onboarding document. A task has been assigned to her via the Employee Service Center, which she can go ahead at her leisure and access to provide and input any relevant information, saving it on the go and returning at her leisure, and at the very end, once she's provided all the relevant information, providing her signature and submitting that within the Employee Service Center. Mara's document is automatically routed to Stephen, who receives a notification that he needs to review the document. From here, he can go ahead and review all the valid fields and information provided, and if he notices anything that requires additional input, he can add a note notifying that employee of what they need to rectify. Once all notes have been added in and Stephen's happy with that, he can send that to Mara to continue to engage and collaborate on that document. Mara receives that notification and is also notified and guided through to the relevant data point where she needs to correct or add in additional information. Once completed, adding in her signature again and resubmitting that over to Stephen. This ongoing collaboration allows for ease of use and to ensure that this process is as smooth as possible. Stephen can see that there's no additional information required and approve it on the go. Finally, Joanna, Mara's manager, receives the document as the final participant and can review the relevant information provided. Once happy, providing her signature as acknowledgement before that document is finally generated and captured against Mara's case. Now, this may be included as part of a broader lifecycle event that Suzette, the HR agent, is owning and facilitating. Here, Suzette can drill into the case, see all the relevant participants and the actions taken, and once completed, can close the case in acknowledgement of that completion. This short video has shown you how to leverage Advanced Forms Management to automate and simplify the process of filling, signing, and reviewing a document online. For more information, please see the linked product documentation, as well as our community site for crowdsourced insights.